All right, so good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. My name is Stephen Reese, and boy, I'm ready to go. Carnival is right there, boy. What we got, fellas, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, man. 2 weeks ago. Yeah, boy. I went to the Fed Gala in the Oval on Saturday. I didn't go pan yesterday, I was too tired. I was exhausted. And then I get caught up in some work. I need me under the bands, which is not a problem for me because final night is the night I just really come out for. Right? I gotta say, boy. Boy. The road march race heating up. It's heating up. Director. I feel for woman and rum man, rum. I can't behave myself. Eyeline. It mash it up, you know. And the marketing the tune real good on social media. The marketing of the song is really one going to put it, you know. Voice of them marketing that tune real good, you know. I was telling people over the weekend, right, as we say good morning to the regional viewers and everybody watching us internationally. Marshall come in an era where there is a network of people, right? And I think this is the whole soca mafia kind of bubble, right? And what it's about, right? You have to remember that there was a whole era where we had certain song systems and things that used to be in the clash and things like Radioactive and Maximilian and Jugglers and all of them, right? That era of DJs became the network, right? That more or less controls the airwaves. If you look at that era and you go and you check all the top brass inside nearly every radio station, it's fellas from that era in the urban format, right? So it's interesting looking at social media, right? And Voice has a similar network. Right? He has what, you know, like the next era of the next era of radio personalities and social media personalities now, with the whole social media construct and prominence. He has a whole era of those people that he has formed a network with as well. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see. You know, I just reading the play. Maybe I hope I explained it correct, right? And I think that it's those networks that when you activate them and they use their presence either via their power on the airwaves or their influence on social media, is what drives it and pushes the music, right? Because I looking at some of the marketing behind that voice. I can't behave myself. And that woman and here it has some real funny skits going on with that, eh? And that's what they sell. That's what they sell it. You understand? When something's at a trend, the way that trending, yeah. And then you have Marshall trying to push the encore, although I know, boy. Because that Fed Gala, the promoters behind that Fed Gala is, you know, plenty pro-Marshall Montano vibes and fans and that kind of thing. And I didn't see that get no reaction in the gala. I don't know what went on in QRC because Mr. Simon had a call it this morning, boy. We go run, Stefan run, April 26 people, all get ready, right? But I ain't see no reaction for that. Then Bungie fly out. But then again, when an artist on stage performing the tune is a different reaction and when the DJ just play it. But even when he playing at the music, they say, well, you know, what's the road march? If Carnival Monday and Tuesday was today, wait is all you want. And they play the encore first, and didn't really get a reaction, and then they play the bungee, although bungee say he ain't entered, he not entering, and you get a reaction, and then they play the voice, and you get a bigger reaction. So I don't know, boy. I really don't know. I don't know how the voice. You feel like a stage tune by director, boy? You feel like a road tune? Yeah, the voice. Or that is a fet tune. I feeling so, you know, I'm feeling like it's a more fet vibes. You go a nice, you're inside a Juve fet, where 6, 7 o'clock in the morning water come on, and you're covered in paint and powder, and that come on, yeah, it gon' floor the place. But on the road, I ain't sure. I was in the fifth officials chat, and we were talking about that now, because my boy Bradley doing a nice thing in the fets. It's called the fet vibes or some kind of thing. I'll get the correct name. But he just going wrong these fets and them and catching the vibe in the fet, and he's a wild man, eh? So big up Bradley, man. But we were talking about it, and they're saying, boy, that voice, and I'm saying, listen, see that voice, it go mash up in the fets, but I don't know about the road. Road is a different thing. As an old DJ, I could tell you that. Road is a different vibes. And that's why I ain't feeling the encore, because the encore is a great song, you know, in terms of lyrically put together and well arranged, you know, lots of music inside of there. But that's the problem with the song. It's so lyrically heavy and has so much music in it that it take too long to get to the, you understand what I'm saying? To get to the bacchanal part. And that is my problem with it. Just take a little, build up a little too long. Right? I don't know, boy, but the road march race, it eaten up. I like Capital, eh? I like the Patrice Roberts and the Michael Teja. I didn't like it at first, but it real grown me. I think they released it at the right time, and it real grown me. But boy, it eaten up. And of course, this weekend, you have Fiesta coming, Calypso Fiesta. That should be very interesting. I have not seen the contestants, but Orlando Octave, who performs in, I don't know if it's Review Tent or one of them. I'll go find out later today, because he's supposed to be, I guess, on my radio program. But he have a tune that got some mixed reactions in the tent. And then he put out a video, I think it was yesterday, speaking towards the issue. I actually put out a video backing him up too, because I think it's high time that you know what I mean, the message is very clear. No political party don't own Kaiso. And that's what he's singing about. And in the Kaiso, he fires some shots at Mr. Shaq, who has been on this program on a few occasions, well, you know. Morning, Mr. Shaq. Mr. Shaq did not make it to the Calypso Fiesta, which will take place this weekend. But it has sparked some conversation. And I like Orlando's honesty. You know what I mean? Very honest. Now, I know we have a lot of other issues that we're dealing with. I see it had protests. You have the protests there? We have a video with that? I said all of that? The body cameras, mandatory body cameras. You have that? Run that for me now. Let me hear what they say now before we get into the octave. Yeah? So there had a protest by Woodford Square outside the Parliament, where there was a group, of course, with the shooting of Joshua Samaru. Of course, in the controversial video from the St. Augustine, the shooting that took place in St. Augustine with the police. And of course, the initial comments made by the Commissioner of Police, Alistair Guevara, who has very quickly fell out of favor, apparently, with some people who are calling for his head, because they were chanting, Guevara must go. But run me that clip. We have Eden Nights on a little bit later this morning. Go ahead.
Here to protest that one police officer is supposed to have cameras.
Yes.
It should be mandatory, right? It's too long this going on for, right? You whole world moving on and everybody have cameras, right? Up to today, Trinidad is not as backward as many other countries, and we still don't have cameras. Something wrong, right? These police and these people in higher ups, right? They're protecting themselves, and this is wrong, right? We're supposed to come out and have something. Either we take them to court, something, or have a judiciary review. Something have to be done for them to bring out these cameras, right? And have it mandatory that every police officer is supposed to have a camera.
While on duty.
While on duty, yes.
Mandatory.
While on duty. Mandatory.
So right now you're calling for justice for Joshua Samaru.
All of that. All of that. All of that. And for all the other people who were unalived by police, all the other people, all the other victims who was unalived by police and didn't have the same opportunity. And so people come out here today to protest. I'm here for all of them. Right? And for those who might end up having the same situation happen again in the future. Right? Because if we don't say nothing today, it's like we giving them consent. It's okay to continue to go ahead and do that. I'm here to protect.
Interesting, yeah? They want the police to be mandated to wear body cameras. Interesting. And to my boy there, you see that on a live talk, that is TikTok. When you come in the public, don't talk that nonsense wrong, oh God, don't run that. That sounds so stupid, eh? To unalive somebody. Because you can't say kill on TikTok. Right? That's certain words you can't use now. So you have to use unalive. Listen, I'm not living in that I'm not conforming to that level of stupidity, eh? Right? That's a high level of stupidity. All the time, they talk about freedom of speech and freedom of this and freedom of that. All the time, normally, you would say, in situations where the police kill so and so. Now you come out in the media to use the term unalive. If you know, I hate to hear that, eh? But anyhow, let me not make it about that. There is a chart that was in the paper over the weekend of police-involved fatal shootings from 2014 to 2025. All right? If you could bring up that chart for me. Yeah. So 2014, we had 9 incidents with 10 victims. In 2015, 11 incidents with 11 victims. And then, for some reason or the other, things escalated from 2016. 24-24, 35-36, 36-45, 33-41, 54-76 in 2020 during the pandemic. All right? That was one of the highest years. And then in 2021, 32-35, 41-56. In 2022, 2023, 39-49. 2024, 37-54. And then last year, 55 incidents with 68 victims. All right? In total, between 2014 and 2025, over that 11-year period, we have had 406 incidents with 505 victims. All right. Now, those statistics are startling. But what we got to find out is what happened between 2015 and 2016. Or maybe not 2016, because it went up to 24, it doubled, or a little more than doubled between 2015 and 2016, and then it totally escalated from there. What it is happened for it to spike the way that it did is what I can't understand. Because as you go along, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, as you go forward, you also go forward with a lot of technology and tools being available to the TTPS. So, you know, it's kind of confusing as to why we had a huge escalation in police-involved incidents, and you know, during that period of time. All right, now the body cameras, as we learned from Gary Griffith last week, there are 1,200 body cameras. I think there was an article in the paper over the weekend where one of the top police brass said that there are only 200 working cameras. I can understand that because Gary Griffith was very clear when he said he purchased 1,200 cameras. He also said that, you do not need a camera per officer because at any given time, you have about 800 to 900 police officers on duty. Okay? That means you have approximately 300 to 400 cameras that ought not to be in use and probably switched out based on maintenance or malfunctions or whatever the case is, right? So it comes like you have 300-400 extra, all right, in the event that a camera is not working or some sort of thing like that. Or at least that's how it ought to be, right? Why the police are not wearing the cameras, I cannot answer that. The group is calling for them to wear it and for it to be mandatory for them to wear it. And that's very interesting, and that just tells you that a lot of people didn't read the Zosos bill. Because in the Zosos bill, as I mentioned on several occasions, as if it's a road march, that was one of the stipulations in the Zosos bill, is that all police officers, all, A-L-L, Espinay say all, right, when they were shutting down the refinery, all police officers, it would have been mandatory for them to have to wear body cameras once they are assigned to a zone of special operation. But Ole didn't want that. But now Ole want it. And that's just to tell you, people that just listen to the noise that coming out from noisemakers and they don't actually read. And that is one of the things that I was stressing on with the Zosos bill. You see the Jamaica government come out hailing the operation and what it has done for Jamaica after the bill was rejected in Trinidad. But I'm just saying, that's to tell you, all you don't read. Always go get all the information from us at our noisemakers. And you don't look at the thing proper. I kept saying, there are two parts to that bill that are needed. One is the mandatory wearing of body cameras, and two is the social and community development aspect of it that comes after you have brought the community to a place of stability. But nobody didn't want to hear that. But now we out by Woodford Square, outside the parliament, calling for the commissioner head and asking that it be mandatory for police officers to wear body cameras. This is what I keep saying, Trinidadian people have absolutely no idea what they want. Yeah, fellas? They know what they want? People in this place really know what they want? They don't know what they want. Where was that same energy? Right? When the Zosos bill was before the bill, what is that same energy? To be outside the parliament, the same way the people who are against it were outside the parliament bawling, with their hand in the air bawling, oh God, if we give this up to God, the children will kneel tomorrow and all kind of damn nonsense. Right? Where was that same energy to say, well, listen, we understand the bill, we've read the bill, and the bill says that police officers have to wear their body cameras, it will be mandatory. So from that aspect, we need a few things tweaked in the bill, we like to see a few things added. So, like the PCA, that's the one thing that we could all agree on. Even the people that was holding their hand in the air, kneeling on the pavement. One of the things I will agree with them with is the Police Complaints Authority getting teeth, to investigative teeth. So they're like internal affairs in the United States. And if you know, you know. Internal affairs is feared by regular police. When internal affairs walk in a police station, police officers will be like, who to come for, boy? Because they know. Them ain't come to make no joke. When they're investigating, they're investigating. You understand? So I agree. The Police Complaints Authority should have more teeth, investigative, powers, not just collecting reports and giving I don't even know what the hell they just do. You understand what I'm saying? But they must have more teeth and more power. And that was one of the differences between the Jamaica version and Trinidad's version, is that Jamaica's Police Complaints Authority, their PCA, has investigative teeth. All right, so we could agree on that. So you see, I don't disagree for disagreeing's sake. We could balance it off. Yes, that is one of the things. So if we were to say, well, okay, We like the aspect that the police officers will be mandated to wear these body cameras. We like that. We like the fact that there is a social and community development of it. Right? But we would like the government to look at making an amendment or putting forward some legislation that would give the Police Complaints Authority powers to investigate and arrest, if need be, in pending investigations or whatever. We would like that authority given to the PCA as part of this. I am very sure that we could have gone, made the amendments, come back, and well, we might have still run into the same stumbling block with the president, senators, but nevertheless, right? At least it could have been dealt with in a better way. So now the state of emergency has ended as of Saturday. We back to regular play. We will see what happens. And now we have a call for police officers to be mandated to wear their body cameras. I am all for that. All for that. And yes, the government should create some policy that could push the police service in that direction and make it mandatory, because it appears that leaving it up to the good nature of police officers is not working. Although, when I talk to like Sergeant Greenwich, he is telling us that police officers do wear body cameras. But however, we cannot seem to locate any footage when things happen. So something ain't adding up, right? Anyway, we are 23 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock, and the Prime Minister also had some things to say which we will get into as it relates to the SOE ending. We'll come back and take some calls on that. I'll read you as much as the article as I can. I can't go through the whole article. Let me see how long this article is. Oh God, boy, it's a bit lengthy, but we'll see if I can fit in the whole thing, right? In the meantime, before we get to that, let me just give you some information here very quickly. We have Setwayos Holistic Health Clinic. Remember, it's powered by nutritional therapy, and it's about reversing diseases rather than managing them. And no supplements, no drugs. He deals with root cause healing, all through nutritional therapy. So book an appointment today by calling him or WhatsApping him on 279-3935 or 7611952. Okay? And you could also order Set's book by calling or WhatsApping those numbers, or you could visit RIK Nationwide, RIK bookstores, or Amazon, and you'll get the book there. You are not sick, you are malnourished. Also, Chef Shiraz, Chef has a Valentine's Day lunch buffet. All right, it's $200 per person. Let me get the chef now. Let me put some love in the program now. Lovely. Right, so it is, of course, on Valentine's Day, Saturday, the 14th of February, from 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. And love is best served on a plate, man. And it will take place at Ramsing Plaza in Shogunas. It is Love and Passion Valentine's Day lunch buffet. All right, $200 per person. And of course, you know the numbers to call Chef, right? You'll get him on 372-4639 or 737-5097. Those are the numbers. So make sure and call Chef today and book your reservation for the buffet on Valentine's Day, okay? And you could go and fet after, no problem. Nice, man. Right, look, my boy Francis telling me Capital will win road march. Well, boy, I'm waiting to see. All right, and finally, I also want to remind you about Keolic, the Keolic range of products backed by science with over 900 scientific research and clinical trials, all made from that aged garlic extract. And we're talking about products like the Keolic Cleanse and Digestion, the blood pressure health, the cholesterol health, the total heart health, the circulation health, and the Keo Green powdered drink mix, as well as the Keodophilus probiotics. It's very simple. Just check out a pharmacy or health store across the country. And for more information, you could WhatsApp 728-0338. Okay? We take the first break. When we come back, we'll get into what the Prime Minister had to say. I'll see if how fast I could read that. so that we can take at least 15 minutes of calls before we get to the next order of business. So stay tuned. We're going to be back after this.
Last year, you had the time of your life. This year will be even more fantastic. Get your tickets now for Gone But Not Forgotten 2.
I feel like home.
They gave us the memories.
Woman, you could run away too.
They gave us the rhythms of life. Now let's give them their flowers.
Trinidad and Tobago, join us for a special tribute to our legendary musical icons who have passed on in Gone But Not Forgotten.
Including Funny, Swallow, Singing Francine, Shadow, Arrow, Maestro, Rootsman, Lax, Sandoli, Rash Shorty Eye, plus lots more. Their music still lives on in our heart. An unforgettable night as we celebrate their legacy in Gone But Not Forgotten. Wednesday, February 4th at Napa and Thursday, February 5th at Sapa. Showtime both nights, 6:30 p.m. Your master of ceremonies, Sonny Bling.
Tickets $300 and $250.
Early bird tickets bought by Monday, January 26th. Cost $50 less.
Available at Crosby's, Jumbo Foods Barataria, Mart's Liquor Palace, Diego Martin Main Road, all Kenny Sports, Western Union, Tuna Buna, all Extra Foods, Athletes by the Park, and IslandEatTickets.com. An extra $10 off for online purchases. For more info, call 732-3402. Gone, but not forgotten.
Is your life stuck in the same struggles again and again? Pandit Bhargav helps remove negative energy, solve love problems, fix marriage disputes, clear financial stress, and stabilize job and business issues. With accurate psychic, palm, and horoscope readings, he guides you toward the right path. His powerful 30-minute session brings quick relief and clear direction. Take the first step today. Call +1 868-347-2350.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career,
Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be.
some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C, and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn, 27 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. Let's get into it. Give me the, first, before I give me the right, the Prime Minister said she will make criminals' lives hell. Now, this was an article in the paper over the weekend, but before that, take me to the crime, this footage, courtesy Crime Watch, the situation on Piccadilly Street. Watch them. Soon as he SOE done, but all they didn't want so-so. You didn't want so-so. Go ahead. And that's not to say that was the only thing that could, or this might not have happened because, but I'm just saying, when we looking at the crime situation and what took place before, we were 301 days under a state of emergency. We had 257 murders less, right? They come with a bill that would have given less powers to the police, but somebody tell Oli better give them more. So anyway, that's, if you have it there, run it for me now. Yeah. Right, there's the two gunmen that gunned down the man on Piccadilly Street. When it was, yesterday or Saturday? That was yesterday morning? Right. That was a big Sunday morning, everybody in church. But them fellas have, just pull it back from the start with the two men running, if you could freeze it. I want them to see the kind of gun the man have in his hand now. Hold it. Go back a little bit. Reverse. Rewind. Go forward a little thing, right? Well, obviously, it's no handgun. And that's the point I want to make. Assault rifle. You understand? Now, I want to tell the police only had 301 days, right? I'm trying to be fair this morning. I know they couldn't get all the illegal firearms, but obviously they didn't get that one. Right? So the fellas back out, gang war, possibly start back. What is the word on that, Director? That is some person of significance in the criminal underworld that they gone down? And the talk is that well, that going to go a reprisal for that? All right. Well, that's what some people wanted. But the Prime Minister said, because remember if they called it a zone of special operation, that would have been oppressive because we'd have been stigmatizing the communities. Right. Take me to the Prime Minister, the headline with the Prime Minister. Take me back to that. We see enough of them fellas and them. We not time with them. Right. I will make criminals' lives hell. Let me read this, so everybody clear. Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa has issued a warning to criminals and recently released detainees held under preventative detention orders that she will call another state of emergency and raise hell if they unleash terror on law-abiding citizens. Both the Prime Minister and the Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, delivered strong statements making it clear they would not allow a return to runaway crime and rampant violence, which they said marked the past decade under the former PNM administration. Alexander also disclosed that government would seek help from foreign counterparts if necessary, and the state of emergency was declared on July 18, 2025 by proclamation of President Christine Kangaloo, acting on the recommendation of the UNC government in response to the intelligence about a coordinated criminal network and threats from gangs, including plans to target key officials and institutions. That's why it was called back then. We're moving on from that. Right, so in our post on X, the PM said that the full brunt of the law would be brought down on criminals. She vowed to protect citizens, declaring she would be brutal against those who brutalize the law-abiding. And Prasad Bisesa said the United National Congress Government and Security Services were prepared for the end of the SOE and made it clear that the days of criminals being in control were over. The Prime Minister said the combination of U.S. assistance to secure Trinidad and Tobago's borders, the competent leadership of Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevara, and the incarceration of persons detained under the state of emergency using PDOs contributed to 257 fewer murders in 2025 compared to 2024. She slammed the opposition PNM, accusing it of hoping crime would worsen to boost its political fortunes. The Prime Minister argued that the local drug mafia financiers, money laundering business fronts could not survive without, quote, their PNM stooges manipulating economic, national security and financial policies and institutions, end quote. And she repeated her accusations of links between the PNM and the criminal underworld. Now, Alexander, meanwhile, warned that black men in Trinidad and Tobago could become an endangered species if the cycle of violence continued. He cautioned young black men against allowing the country to return to killing fields and said he would seek further international assistance if necessary to eradicate crime. He expressed disappointment at the opposition PNM's lack of support for the ZOSO bill that was brought to the Parliament, and he disclosed receiving several reports of gunfire in PNM hotspots constituencies as the SOE was nearing an end and after detainees were released on Friday. Alexander said government had a comprehensive anti-crime strategy and high-level meetings were held to address criminality after the state of emergency. Asked whether the state expects litigation from detainees who were released, he said due process was ongoing. He criticized those advocating for criminals rather than law-abiding citizens. Alexander noted that the proposed ZOSO legislation contained multiple layers, combining enforcement with social intervention, but said selfish actions had deprived many communities of those benefits. Law enforcement, he added, would have addressed issues such as school attendance, roads, lighting and access to services, including free Wi-Fi and connectivity. He said the police would continue to protect and serve within the current laws. And last week, Prasad Bisesa said that from 2015 to 2025, under the former PNM administration, there were 124,062 crimes, including 5,000 murders and nearly 9,000 rapes and sexual assaults. She said most murder victims over the past decade were young Afro-Trinidadian men. And asked about this, Alexander said the PNM must be held accountable, right? And he said the parliamentary representatives of these men were influencing people to turn against the police while their own constituents killed one another, all right? And that there is the headline, well, the long and short of it. Let me get your thoughts on this. We're going to go to the phone line and take some calls. And yes, I hit it on the button at 6:40, so we have at least 15 minutes. Well, 13 to 15 minutes to take a few calls. All right, so somebody said this one in capital, boy, plenty of people messaging me in capital, you know. All right. Somebody said they should be protesting for criminals to wear body cameras and for criminal-involved shootings, but they won't. They won't do that because the police too wicked, not the criminals. Long stoops. Well, boy, what you going to do? 3277400. Right? Now, I have a feeling. Let me tell you something. Don't play with this lady. You see this Prime Minister? let's stop playing with this lady, eh? I want to let her understand the words that the Prime Minister uttered, eh? It's not that we go call a next state of emergency, you know. She says she will raise hell and unleash, if the criminal elements unleash terror on law-abiding citizens. I want to let her understand what the term raising hell means, eh? And I don't think she has done anything in this term so far for us to believe that if she says she go and raise hell, that she not going to. Morning.
Morning, sir. Good morning.
What going on, boy? What going on, my brother?
A little bit, Ade. I want to say a little bit. I want to highlight the hypocrisy in some of these human rights activists, right? If every life is so important, I wonder if we will see Marsha Walker sitting down in the video you just showed there with the shooting, sitting down and protesting for the life of that man who just lost his life there.
But I would
because they will never go inside there.
I would love them to go down in Piccadilly Street and kneel down on the pavement and put their hand in the air. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to do that because his life not important.
Let them go and do that.
And you see, let me tell you why I respect not the protesters in that protest by the Red House there. While they was protesting for that, right, the life now, everybody deserves justice and the call for cameras and things is okay. But while they're making a big issue about that, on the 31st of January, an 11-year-old child, 11-year-old girl was shot in a drive-by shooting on Laventille Road.
Laventille Road, yeah.
Nobody make a big issue about that, right? But they run in front of the thing. So the child life, not important. But Joshua Samaru, he is the most important person in Trinidad right now. Right? You see, the hypocrisy in these protesters and these human rights activists' behavior is sickening. I will listen off it. Good morning.
Yeah, man. No problem. Yeah. I saw that story with the 11-year-old girl. I know nobody up in I know no outro, what they call it? No uproar for that. I hear them mention that outside the parliament when they was protesting and calling for body. But nobody is studying that. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning. What's up, man?
System years ago, right? Years ago, right? Around the time when my father used to come in and spray and thing, right? And Stefan, you know what make me really check myself? You see when you're in that remand yard in the bathing area, when you come out for airing, and then look around in that yard, Stefan, it's one race you're seeing. I mean it to know, you know, who want to take offense, say that them business.
Well, I see that.
I get bail and I come out, Stefan.
I see that with my eyes.
I went back to court. And I stand up on the pavement, that time the truck offloading prisoners, and I watching every single young man that come off that truck, Stefan, is one race. But we ain't realizing we have that problem, you know. But we only watching hair and skin color. But I just want to ask plenty of them, you know, who they working for and when they need a car part and they need groceries, who they shopping by. I just want to ask them that simple question. All the race talk, they just want to talk. Ask them when they need a car part and they need building material and they need groceries, where do they shop? Look on and listening.
All right, no problem. Yeah, I remember going down into Raymond Yard. I went into Raymond Yard when we used to do the pest control there. I telling you, I went in there, Mole Man, and I went down in Raymond Yard. I went in the cell. That was to take the prisoners out for us to do the work. And there's only German cockroach all over the wall, all in the door to the cell. Watch me, all down in the hinges. Yeah, man. If you see German cockroach, I don't know how them fellas were sleeping in the night. But I could tell you, I know what I see the same thing he see. You understand? Morning. Bole bury all the head in the sand like ostrich. Yeah, what going on?
Yes, how are you? You know, Stefan, I don't usually call and be defensive against anything or anyone.
Yeah.
But that protester who was making this pronouncement, right? Who they are he speaking about? They must provide cameras. They must do this. Who they?
But the commissioner of police.
Why didn't they come out? No, but why? I mean, yesterday when you issued a statement saying there are only 5% of the cameras, you know, available for the police, right? There were cameras before. There was a big contract for cameras, right? And it was not accepted by Hines or whoever is it, you know?
Yeah, but that...
So...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. So who they? They have to refer to the former government, not this government will be fixed. They're trying to fix it. You understand? That is my point I'm trying to say. And everybody is asking the PM also, just on a side note, to release the names of the independents. Are we all police? Everybody wants to be police. And if the police did not protect their lives, right? What would we be doing? Would we be protesting that police were shot? Would we? Okay, Stefan, have a good day.
All right, no problem. Yeah, something you mentioned there with the body cameras, right? There was a contract that went out for $25 million. You know why the contract was stopped? That contract was taken out by the former administration, where a body camera that costing like $2,000 to $3,000 would have been paying $8,000 for it. And that's one of the reasons why they stopped that contract. Because you was going to pay too much money for those body cameras. Right? But you have 1,200. Gary Griffith said it last week when he was here. You do not need more than 1,200 cameras because you only have 800 to 900 police on duty at any given time. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
Body cameras do prevent crime. It's just a tool in identifying and saying probably what happened because we have to analyze what was seen on the camera. But the issue here now is that criminals have no rules. They can do what they want. And John Public goes out there now and defends criminals when they perceive that wrong was done to them. And the police now is now stymied now because you have to be careful what they say for the camera recording and how we act. And all sorts of rules for the police. And nobody comes out and tells the criminals, don't commit crime. Give up yourself when the police call upon you. So nobody making no demands on the criminals and those in authority for who could now make things happen and have it different. So when I look at things from all angles, let the police do the work. We want to feel safe, and when we're not safe, we're blaming the police. The police have to go out and do that. And everybody have to understand, you have to be law-abiding citizens or pay the price, whatever that price is. So we need to retrain the police, I agree, but at the same time, we need to allow them to do their job, and that is to maintain law and order.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we need to, that's another aspect of it. The police service does need retraining. I don't think anybody could dispute that. And I've mentioned that on Behind the Badge with Greenwich and Pitt. I said, does the police need training, retraining? They keep saying, well, we have a training process and this, that, and the other. That's why I asked about simulation. On simulation or simulated types of incidents that may occur so that police know how to handle it. Do we have that? What is the position with that? How up to the first world status are we with those simulations? Hello, good morning. So there is work to be done. Yeah, what's up?
Hi, Stefan. Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Steph, you know what I would like to say? The people in those communities that quote-unquote are stigmatized, they stigmatize themselves by their action, right? They have a stigma long time, not now. Years now, those same areas have a stigma. Yes, it have new areas being added, quote-unquote, because of migration and all of that, right? But these areas have been stigmatized by the people in the area, right? And you're 3 callers away made a statement that I've been saying all the time. When you go in the prison, what the race you're seeing, right? Everybody always wants to politicize and politicize and politicize, but the facts speak for themselves, right? The facts speak for themselves. The PNM constituencies are riddled with crime. I lived in Carnage for years. This is not nothing that I'm speaking about off of here. So this is things that I've seen for myself. At one point in time, that if you're not from down there, you could not go there, right? And this is Trinidad. This is a free country. We should be able to traverse and go any area.
Yeah.
Right? With regard to the protesters, Stefan, I honestly believe everybody does be looking for their 5 minutes of fame. You understand? Because when the bandits and them shooting indiscriminately, innocent bystanders getting shot, all kind of thing happening. When they pull the boy in the shop, going to buy the bottle of water for his mother, right? And the fella come to shoot the next one and use him like a human shield.
That's right.
Look how many incidents we have of innocents being caught up in this gang violence.
But I
How
ain't
come
see
you don't
nobody
no
outside the red house. I ain't see
protesters
nobody
coming out
outside the red house of that when the little boy, the 17-year-old boy, whoever, I can't remember his 17-year-old boy, when he put his mother in the taxi and he went
Yes,
for a
put
bottle of
his mother
water
in
to
a
get
taxi.
taxi, and a man come to shoot at
Right.
next man, and
use him as a
he
shield.
used the little boy as a human shield, and the boy pick up all the bullets
Right.
and dead. I ain't hear nobody protest about that.
It has too much of hypocrite in this country, and I just want to say, Madam Prime Minister, you do what you have to do. You do what you have to do to protect the law-abiding citizens, right? All who vex, let them protest according to Rowley, who they're dead. Who want to protest. Thanks, sir.
Yeah. I don't hear nobody talking about them thing. I don't see them outside the parliament when them thing happen. You understand? All the more concerned about body cameras on police. Why? What is the purpose of the police wearing a body camera? It's so that they can have footage in the event that the police take action, that the body camera footage is there to establish if the police was right or wrong. So they're more concerned, and I'm not saying that this is not a genuine concern or not to be a genuine concern, but the same type of energy all of us put behind that. When an 11-year-old girl gets shot in a drive-by, and when a 17-year-old boy used as a human shield, but only put that same energy there too now. Yeah? You can put that same energy there too. Morning.
Yes, sir, good morning. Yeah, now, boy, one of your previous callers hit the nail on the head. People always want to say what police should do, but they're saying what all these pests should do and what shouldn't do, you know. These pests, don't afraid nobody again. You realize in these modern times, when they committing crime, they're wearing masks again.
Yeah, but them fellas in business for that, what are they wearing that for? When the detection rate is 5%, what are they wearing that for?
And that protesting is always that time. You want to know why I say that? Personally, from my point of view, if you didn't have no cocoa in the sun, then why you run?
Well, listen. Stop. Listen, I think, I don't know why the fella, I don't know why he do that. You understand? Because you know what's the confusing part? Is the woman was in the car, right? The woman that's his child mother or something?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So usually, when you have a loved one in a vehicle, right? And, a situation like that happens, or you might, and let me say this has something on you. Most of the time, you wouldn't try to endanger the life of the loved one in the vehicle. You rather just stop and take your lock up and say, look, she has nothing to do with that. If you understand what I'm saying now, because your protective instincts is kicking now. You understand where I'm coming from?
No, here we're going.
So I'm still trying to understand, even in that scenario, why he tried to evade the police. But anyhow, we are no evidence or no police chase.
No, that is it. But well, back to this other thing with them fellas. You see them fellas, a car pass them coming down the road.
When who was going up the road?
You go see a car passing just now. You see car now passing. Them fellas are business. Them fellas are business and base. Because who is the Prime Minister and what she said, everybody will always find a problem with everything this woman said.
All right. But I will tell you something. All right, 5 minutes away from the house, 7 o'clock. I've got to go to a break. But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. Now I understand and I agree with the people that are saying that the police have questions to answer in that situation in St. Augustine. I agree with that 100%. Initially, I had a thought, I threw it out there, with the putting the hand in the air out the window as soon as the car came to the stop, saying that, it could have caused the police to react, because they see that hand coming out the car. But when I spoke to other people, that was just my theory and my thought. As a police officer, I see 2 hands come out the car after a car chase, I might fire to defend myself, telling myself that there's somebody going to shoot at me. Right? But of course, 2 hands in the air is an obvious sign of surrender. And like I said, you fire 1 shot. So there was not any, after that 1 shot was fired, right? By then, 1 out of the 3 officers is 3 officers. So 1 out of the 3 of them ought to have seen the guy have no gun in his hand with his hands in the air. Right? But, and that ceasefire should have come long time. Not after 16 rounds went off. So I think the police are a real question to answer. As it relates to any car chase, here I try to figure out. How much traffic lights is that between Maloney and St. Augustine? Several traffic lights. Correct? So either you get all green or you break the light at a couple intersections, right? Right. In which case he would have been driving recklessly and endangering the lives of others. Good? But here was the thing with that. From Maloney to St. Augustine, in this chase, with all the other vehicles on the road, and there's the flaws in the police story, with all the other vehicles and drivers on the road, you're telling me not one person from that time to now ain't come out on social media, ain't put out a comment saying, boy, I know see that car chase, or this man nearly hit my car, police chasing a man. The way that news travels, understand what I'm telling all you? The way that news travels on social media, somebody's always said, you living in a community and gunshots go off. Somebody go pop a post. Gunshots now ring out in Diego Martin and put it up on social media. So you telling me no driver on the road during that chase between Maloney and St. Augustine that nobody in see, nobody in post nothing, nobody in say nothing in a chase like that? That seems a little odd. Right? Secondly, the police claim that they were fired upon, right? Who was shooting at them? The girl in the passenger seat? Because the driver couldn't drive and shoot at the same time. Huh? Well, had to be. Who was shooting? How they were shooting? When he was driving this car in this chase on the highway, evading vehicles and things, and hand out the window, so shooting back at the police, sir? That don't make sense. Well, no bullet hole in the police vehicle could be because he just a poor, he ain't bad, but I'm just saying, you telling me you ain't had nothing like that? It's in our one video with this car chase. You remember the shootout that take place on the highway where some shots fire, and I think it was a woman in, where was Valsane or something, so like she was peeping out her window or wherever the case is and she picked up a bullet? Do you remember it had video footage of that? And we ain't get no video footage of this chase between the police and this man? That is the things that bothered me in this whole situation. So I agree. Yes, we have to look into that. Yes, I agree. The police should have cameras. They should wear the cameras. Yes, we need retraining for the police service. Yes, but what we supposed to do? Stop policing completely for that to happen, and call the criminals and say, hey, yeah, what's going on now? We had to retrain the police, so. Yeah. We waited on the policy to make it mandatory to over the camera. So until then, all policing go on be on pause. So we just ask it only to hold all their hand now until we start back. No, you could walk and chew gum at the same time. And my point is, if you're going to put all that energy behind calling the police to be accountable, then put that energy when little children pick up bullets because fellas firing indiscriminately and they don't care who they hit. Put that same energy behind all the murders on them. Put that same energy there. But for some reason, all they don't do that. We had 624 murders in 2024, you know. Another 500 and something, 60 something in 2023, 600 and something in 2022, 500 and something in 2021. All they make up all their mind what they want now. We take the break. When we come back, we go deal with Orlando Octave and the little Carnival Bacchanal. Stay tuned.
This week, Classic Russo continues. On Wednesday, 28th January, Classic Russo is back at home, City Hall, Knox Street, Port of Spain, with Ladies' Night. 2 persons on 1 ticket for $300. On Thursday, 29th, it's not because you retire. It's Retirees Night with a special retirees price of $125. Both shows 8 p.m. And on Friday, 30th January, we're at the Coco Shed La Brea from 7 p.m. featuring our star-studded cast. All-rounder, Crazy, Contender, Manchild, Hamidullah, Lady Wonder, Shirlane, Twiggy, Dr. Will B, Charlene Bailey, Master G, Mark Eastman, Garth Sinclair, the youthful Kyle Cowie, Andre Nelson, Nefta Kojo, Jay Edwards, and many others. MC Shirlane Hendrickson, chorus by the Classic Russo Diamonds, music by Classic Russo Orchestra. Get your tickets at Crosby St. James, Tuco offices, New City Mall, and for La Brea at the Coco Shed till showtime. Classic Russo for Classic Kaisu.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Tired of the daily school run? Say hello to Open Minds Education, your 100% online school built for life in the Caribbean. From preschool to secondary, they've got your child covered. Anytime, anywhere, no traffic, no textbooks, no hidden fees. Just smart, flexible learning with real teachers who care. It takes a village to raise a child, and Open Minds, they are that village. Learn today, lead tomorrow. Call or WhatsApp 868-388-6635 or visit openminds.education to register.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
All right, so we're back. We're just about 8 minutes past your 7 o'clock. We got Eid Nights coming up in just a little bit. I'll see how fast I can deal with this Orlando Octave situation. A little carnival bacchanal, man. We're 2 weeks to carnival Monday or Tuesday, so we had to throw in a little carnival vibes. But before we get to that, the CFVS services. CFVS services, that's right. Every child deserves a chance to shine, and sometimes all they need is the right support behind them, and that's where CFVS Learning Consultant steps in. They work hand in hand with parents, helping children build confidence, stay motivated, and grow at their own pace. And CFVS offers personalized learning plans, confidence building, and parent coaching, all designed to make learning clear, supportive, and enjoyable for your child. And because life is busy, their services are fully online, so your child can learn comfortably from home. They support students of all ages and ability levels, meeting every child right where they are. CFVS is committed to closing learning gaps and empowering every child to shine. And for more information, you can email cfvsservices@gmail.com or call 275-1603 for more details. Also, Jameson. So we want to remind you to boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles, such as their cold fighter with Echinacea vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor. And for additional support, try their delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. Chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson trusted vitamins and minerals. All right. And finally, let me get Lashana. Palette Designs. So, if you're tired of choosing between furniture you can afford and furniture that actually lasts, at Lashana Palette Designs you don't have to compromise, because they handcraft custom furniture from quality treated palettes and teak. Real craftsmanship, real durability, real affordability. Your dream piece doesn't have to be based on a dream budget. So just call them on 366-0800, that is 366-0800, or follow them on Instagram at Lashana Palette Designs. Lashana Palette Designs, quality furniture at an honest price. All right. So we know we're in the middle of Carnival. Right? So outside our road march hunting, Kaiso. Kaiso, man. So Orlando Octave as a Kaiso this year, and it's a bit controversial, and he was called for an encore on the weekend at the tent that he performs at, and he got mixed reviews. Some people were clapping the encore, some people were bawling, no. So give me the one on stage now. The one from him on stage. Yeah, Orlando Octave. Yeah, run that one. The one from the tent.
Listen to me. Guys, so we love that political party. Once guys so good, guys so good. But let's stop on that. We as the youth community, we fed up on this political kind of calypso, like one party with calypso. No party with calypso. Good calypso is good calypso. If all your next, all your next. Give it to it. When I was ready to go, end of my show, I asked them if they calypso. But some people say yes and some say no. But I want them to know, no party, no more Kaiso. Once a Kaiso, one for show. Judges better send me Sando. Tell them to come from Orlando. Something just we not moving so. Long time this thing did have to go here and them no more Calypso. Long back to Jumbo.
Yeah, man. So, well, he's been getting some knocks. So he put out a little video. Right now, the video the original video he put out is about 9 minutes and something long. But I just took out the part where he spoke about his Kaiso, right? And the other part of it, or the majority part, he went in and dissected Mr. Shaq, because he did throw in a line there with Mr. Shaq, and Mr. Shaq answered back, and so it was going, right? So he dealt with Mr. Shaq in part of the video, but just for the first 3.5 minutes, that's the part I cut out. Run me the next Orlando Octave, the one that he put out on TikTok yesterday.
Yeah, blessings, all praises. Now, I come to the US quick and fast. This is a Calypso history lesson, so if you're not into the music like that, let it skip this. So this is for the Calypso fraternity. Now, our clip is going viral where I was in the review tent, and after I sang my song, Lock Back Your Jawbone, or Jawbone here, and I got the encore. When I came back on, some people were saying no to the song, booing and whatever, while some were saying yes. And then I did a extempo and said PNM don't own Calypso. And a lot of people start coming and say, when did PNM say they own Calypso or whatever? The reason why I made that statement, from judging on the night when people sang songs against the UNC or pro PNM songs, they got encore without anybody saying anything. And as I come and sing against the hypocrisy, it's a different story. Then I start to do my history, because I don't jump in things just so. All you should know, this different. So when I jump in the thing, I went and do my history. And in 1986, when Gypsy sang Captain, the ship is sinking, mash up the place. The next year, when they won, when he sang against PNM, right? The next year when they won, he get toilet paper, right? Then we had Sugar Hollows when he went and sing She's Royal for Kamla. The worst toilet paper ever he got, right? Then we could talk about the Fosto and NBA, and well, Denise Plummer, she got it because of her difference. But go and check all her history and see whoever sang an pro PNM song and got toilet paper. Never. That is why I say PNM feel Calypso is their own, because the mindset, as you sing against them and you go down in the park, you have toilet paper to get. Go and check my song, how they ready for me, toilet paper for he in Skinner Park. Because all you make the whole thing a political circus. Right? So nobody can talk nothing else. So as they sing against that party, you have problems. So you can stand for truth. You can share your boy across the board. As you do that, you have a problem. So several Calypsonians I spoke to, and they've been blackballed for years when they don't subscribe to this narrative. That go and check all the history. Most of them Calypsonians, when PNM was in power for the past 9 years, they had nothing to say. Because all they was eating all their food, no problem, eat all their food. But as UNC win the election, a set of political tune coming out. Hypocrite. If all they eating all their food, eat all their food, we have no problem with that. You understand? Yeah, black.
All right. So, the name of the Kaiso, I think, is your jawbone lock or something. So, meaning that in the last part that he said there, when PNM in power, all your jawbone does lock, all you can't talk. And it's true. You just hear the most amount of national unity songs and nation building Kaiso. And if they do knock the PNM, they just give them some little tap on the wrist so. But when it's anybody else in power, they just go for the jugular. You understand? So you sing a Kaiso talking about that, about the hypocrisy. And as you could hear there in the tent, when he come out for the encore, that was when he come out for the encore. Yeah, you hear them bawling, no. The same way they boo Peter Kanai when he went to open the carnival village. And what happened now? What happened now? It's the biggest thing. You know why? Because the money wasn't going to the artists. The money that was supposed to go to the artists wasn't going to the artists all the time. So when NCC get the allocation, they could have done many things for a lot of artists to, eat our food then, to make a little money during the carnival. Right? But they never really do it the way that they have done it. They have attracted, or they were able to get all of the top artists, with the exception of maybe Bonji and Marshall. But outside of that, from Voice to Fayan Lyons to Nadia Batson to Patrice Roberts to everybody that you could think about. Right? And not only soca artists, they've had Calypsonians. I think they've had a couple nights, I don't find out about the Extempo. They may have had that, but they've had other aspects of the culture as well, with the limbo and everything going on at the Carnival Village and Flavor Village, right? And because they took the money and they managed it, and they were able to pay the artists to come and perform, so the artists make the little money, and the crowds now that come in for free, they didn't get what we would traditionally call B-class entertainment. They get A-class entertainment. So they get all the toppers, right? That they may not have been people might not have been able to afford to go because the price of these tickets are, right? So all of that going on, and they have a lot of positive things that are going on. But on what Orlando is singing about there, I want to take some calls, and I have about 11 minutes or maybe less, that we could squeeze some calls there about this whole situation. I waited to see some of these Calypsos that make it to Skinner Park, because his didn't, Mr. Shack's didn't, and there are a couple others inside there that didn't. I think Classic Russo, that is contender, and only one person from Classic Russo make it to Skinner Park. Right? So, I know what's going on. I haven't heard the Calypsos. But yeah, on what Orlando Octave is talking about there, in terms of no political party don't own Kaiso, but you would think so, right? Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah.
Stefan, you can remember in election when Kamala Namdad lost and PNM come in power? That is in 2013, I think, right?
In what?
Stefan, I think around in 2013 when Kuko did sing a song against PNM and them, and they didn't answer in the phone and he calling them. You can remember when Kuko did sing that
That is
song
after
against
2015. That is after 2015.
Right.
I went PNM in 2015, yeah.
Right. He get a job You hear him after that sing anything, but he did sing a song before some years ago called
CPAP contract, boy.
Bottom African. He's a classic example of a lick Bottom African.
Oh God. Oh God. All right. Yeah, no problem. All right. Yeah. I like how he spell it out. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning. What's going on? Go ahead.
Yeah. Stefan, I get the opportunity, Stefan, to put Calypsonian in the place and to put the PNN in this place. Stefan, Calypsonian should have 4 credit unions, 1 in Port of Spain, 1 in San Fernando, 1 in Arima, and 1 in Tobago. Calypsonian shouldn't be suffering like that. You understand what I mean? We shouldn't be suffering like that. The government should be borrowing money from it because Calypsonian is carnival. Without Calypsonian, you have no carnival. And Calypsonian shouldn't be suffering like how we're suffering today. Those Calypsonians sick, they have a place. They should have their own nursing home. You understand, Stefan? And this is something, it's sickening. I shame to see what's going on, right? To hear what's going on. But I know one day, Stefan, the book will open and the story will jump out. You understand me? It's the PNM that have Trinidad and Tobago. So they use the Calypsonian and them. I don't want to call the names of them. You know them. People know them. Can use them to have them where they was and where there is. That some of them dead and gone. And with Trinidad and Tobago. The PNM, sorry for all you. God deal with all you. Have a nice day.
Yep. Morning. Well, there is either a bias or perceived bias in Calypso. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. Man, wrong here.
Yeah, what's going on? Kurt Allen is probably the last badge on really a Calypso because he's one that he does go for the jugular. Morning.
Yes, Stefan. Why we just have so much criticism when it about Indian Prime Minister? Well, I'm not saying that, it has sort of racialness is be getting. Right, this one saying about the African, that one saying about the Indians, and I mean, this is how those singers does base their songs. They base the songs in some people might have relationships, some people might in politics. For instance, some men would be singing Gaza song, and you'll understand that some men might be song is something. In fact, there's influence in mind, right? And sometimes some people will take these songs and relax yourself. Like some man will do so and they will be playing a little song, a mellow song. They will enjoy it. A man might tap his foot, a man might wiggle his fingers. By the end of the day, a man might play a Gaza song, and who knows, in some of the areas, they might pull out the little nines and shoot up in the air. That's how songs is. But by the end of the day, all this racialness that takes place in this country, right? It doesn't make no sense because you go along, you have an accident, African in an accident, an Indian will rush to help you. But the same thing, vice versa, African will rush to help an Indian. This kind of fighting thing down with people, but this is making no sense and this is going nowhere, right? The body cameras, shortly I want to say, what is the difference of the police having a body camera on them, or a body cam, and somebody else videoing what is going on? Why does the police doesn't want a body video something? I think there's evidence towards both sides too. I'll listen up here.
No problem. Did he say sometime you play a little tune in the ghetto and them fellas go pull out the little nines and thing and fire some shots in the air? But that's all right. Did he say that? That was laughing at him. Hello, good morning.
And I'm looking at you on Facebook, so I don't know who called, what they talk about or anything. But 2 things I wanted to talk to you about. You could record these Calypsonians who somebody talk about this suffering. Calypso is a seasonal thing, right?
Yeah.
How come they don't have something? They should have something to fall back on because they know it's Anyway, I wouldn't even go there. But I always remembered your program. You had a little East Indian boy. He would have been about 9 or 10 or something. He was a little boy. He was singing.
Chutney, yeah.
And yes. And you asked him if he wanted to sing. And he said, yes, he will sing, but he wants to be a lawyer. And you asked him, you want to be a lawyer, but you could sing. So he said, well, I have to make money. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I always remember that child. Imagine out of the mouths of babes. So these big people don't know they have to do something else. They're dependent on Calypso. But anyway, something else. You recalled when is the mighty Crow was driving down the highway and somebody filmed him and he said the man called him the N-word.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that is why he cursed the man and whatnot. And everybody went up in uproar that the guy called him the N-word and it was blah, blah, blah. And everybody was so upset. And the same year, or the next Calypso year for Carnival, he sang a song about it that the man called him the N-word. And everybody singing and dancing and whining and singing the N-word in his song. You recall that? So the man was so wrong to call him the N-word, but everybody was so right to sing it and whine and jam and to the song, the same N-word. Something is wrong. Listen to me. People not right in their head out here, you know. Something is wrong. Something is very wrong. Okay,
All right, no problem. Yep. Morning.
Morning, Steph.
Yeah, man.
Let's analyze this comment and let's be honest, right? And balance. As it relates to the Calypso, is it not predominantly the Afro Trinidadians sing Calypso or owners of the tents?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And if we go back, Orlando did some history. Where Calypso was born, it is mainly, if you listen to Sparrow's song, A Slave, you will hear where he talk about how Calypso was born, right? And it's more tied to the African, again, coming back to the African Trinidadians, right?
Mm-hmm.
The PNM party is predominantly who?
That is the African-based party, yes.
Facts, right? We're dealing with facts, right?
Yeah.
So in that sense, you could almost say, yes, most of the PNM people sing Calypso, and you could make that comment, which it might not be right to say, but that is the facts, right? Okay, let's put up in there, chutney music. Who sings chutney music predominantly?
East Indian people.
So then we could say they own that, because most of the time is the East Indian that sing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I go and sing a song that is anti-UNC in the chutney monarch or tent, what's gonna be my fate there? Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
So yeah, you will come in for criticism, of course.
And I might get same toilet people or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I think Orlando had to understand what it is he did. Remember, he already gave his alliance to the UNC. That is fact, and that is it, right? Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But you're going in an area which is predominantly PNM based, which is the tent. You're going to expect that. That is what's going to happen. So you now have to use this. Sing a song. That is what people do. Sing song. So if you want to answer back, sing a song. But it just is facts. You could say that the Calypsonians 90% are PNM, because the same way that how we could say that most of the crimes are PNM people is because the fact is most of the crime is Afro-Trinidadian. That is a fact.
Okay.
And you could almost make the comment that is PNM Trinidadians because the fact that PNM is Afro-based. So I think we have to be honest with ourselves.
Yeah, no problem. And but given what you said, right? What you're talking is factual information in terms of ethnicity, right? And political affiliation. Because the UNC's base is predominantly East Indian and the African base is PNM. But I think Orlando's thing is this. Orlando's thing is, when PNM in power, how nobody does sing against them, but they would sing against the UNC. So, I mean, political, ethnic, if you look at the racial divide, the political divide and everything, all of it lines up with each other. So I guess what you're saying, it makes sense. Although I think it have a little fine line inside there that, you know, we could try to balance, but all in all,
Yeah. I'm not saying that, but what I say, 90% of the Calypsonians are, you could say PNM, so they're going to sing pro PNM song. That's just the fact.
Okay.
Can't get away from that.
Yeah, man. All right. Cool, my brother. Yeah. So I gotta get to Eden Nights, but thanks a lot for that last call. I like how the last caller break it down, because that's what it is, you know, essentially, right? It's about that base and it's about where you are, right? Now, that being said, Calypsonians apparently have not learned their lesson, because back in the day when I was a little boy, tent was a big thing, and tents were heavily supported by East Indian people, heavily, right? African people too, no, but a lot of East Indian people supported the tents. And I remember there were certain Calypsonians that would come in the tent and sing some of the most disrespectful calypsos targeting East Indian people. And East Indian people sit down there and they say, wait now. You're working hard for me money here to come and support all here, and we had to take, nah. And they eventually just stopped going to the tents. And the tents died. You understand? That's what happened, right? Now that doesn't say that you can't sing on politics, you know, and you can't sing against the government if it's a UNC government. No problem with that, people have always done it. But what I think Orlando is saying is that you have to be fair. If this is an art form, and we are Calypsonians, then we have to be fair, right? So when the PNM in power and they're doing the nonsense, the same energy it is put behind going after the UNC, go after the PNM too. I think that, and that is the essence of the song. Don't lock your jawbone when a certain party in power. You understand? And go and sing about everything else. No. If this way it is, when UNC in power, then this way it had to be when PNM in power. And that's how it should be. This is the first carnival with where the new government is in power. They've been there for 9 months. Right? And it is almost absurd that you may not hear one calypso against the PNM in Skinner Park. I mean, I haven't heard the calypso, I don't know what to expect, but it would be absurd for you not to jam the last administration. They spent over $500 billion, you ain't get nothing. They borrow over $5 billion US, you ain't get nothing. They were spending $2 million to build a $500,000 house, amongst other things. Highest crime rates, 624. Change in leadership. Going into election, over $500 million in contract to one of their own people. CPEP contract was given out to Tom, Dick, Harry, and all kind of family. I mean, it has so much material there, and it's absurd that nearly 90 or 95% of the calypsos will be targeting the government that's in power for 9 months. Who has done basically what in the 9 months? That you could say has really ruffled feathers, if you're not listening to the noise. Traffic fines. They will sing about that, right? Oh, she promised and raised the traffic fines, or wherever. But why did she raise the traffic fines? Because you had $600 million in traffic fines between 2020 and 2025, issued by the TTPS, $600 million. So people were already breaking the law at the current rate. If I lower the rate, it makes it more affordable for you to break the law. So the only option I have is to double it and hope that I deter you from breaking the law. And then what happened? Half of the cars come off the road and everybody line up to go and get the sticker. And man who didn't have insurance, running to go and get the insurance and all kind of thing. You understand? We have a vehicle right here that get hit from a driver who had no insurance. And it's third party. So insurance ain't fixing that. You understand? Madness. She supported the United States of America against Venezuela one set of bacchanal and noise over a radar and zona peace and all kind of nonsense talk about what? They go blow up Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela go launch a rocket here and all kind of damn nonsense. One set of fear mongering and what has happened? The United States went in there and take Maduro in a few hours and had him back in the United States. Quiet and he dead at night. You wake up the next morning and didn't even realize what was going on. And then millions of Venezuelans all over the world were celebrating. I don't know what you want to talk about. You understand? That's some other thing, but we don't have time for that. We got to take the break. Ignites is up next. Stay tuned. We're back with Dr. Thompson and Dr. Navarro. And then I know I have real birthdays, boy, because we didn't do any on Friday, so we have Friday and Monday. Stay tuned.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply, everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators, parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Tired of the Daily School Run? Say hello to Open Minds Education, your 100% online school built for life in the Caribbean. From preschool to secondary, they've got your child covered. Anytime, anywhere, no traffic, no textbooks, no hidden fees. Just smart, flexible learning with real teachers who care. It takes a village to raise a child, and Open Minds, they are that village. Learn today, lead tomorrow. Call or WhatsApp 868-388-6635 or visit openminds.education to register.
Is your life stuck in the same struggles again and again? Pandith Bhargav helps remove negative energy, solve love problems, fix marriage disputes, clear financial stress, and stabilize job and business issues. With accurate psychic, palm, and horoscope readings, he guides you toward the right path. His powerful 30-minute session brings quick relief and clear direction. Take the first step today. Call +1 868 3472350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78 Bamboo Settlement number 2 Valsain between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Last year, you had the time of your life. This year will be even more fantastic. Get your tickets now for Gone But Not Forgotten 2.
I feel like home. They gave us the memory.
Woman, you could run away too.
They gave us the rhythms of life. Now let's give them their flowers.
Trinidad and Tobago, join us for a special tribute to our legendary musical icons who have passed on in Gone But Not Forgotten.
Including Bunny, Swallow, Singing Francine, Shadow, Arrow, Maestro, Rootsman, Blacks, Sandoli, Rash Shorty Eye, plus lots more. Their music still lives on in our heart. An unforgettable night as we celebrate their legacy in Gone But Not Forgotten. Wednesday, February 4th at Napa and Thursday, February 5th at Sapa. Showtime both nights, 6:30 p.m. Your master of ceremonies, Sonny Bling.
Tickets $300 and $250.
Early bird tickets bought by Monday, January 26th cost $50 less.
Available at Crosby's, Jumbo Foods Barataria, Mart's Liquor Palace, Digomate Main Road, all Kenny Sports, Western Union, Tuna Puna, all Extra Foods, Athletes by the Park, and IslandEtickets.com. An extra $10 off for online purchases. For more info, call 732-3402. Gone, but not forgotten.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn. We are 16 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. For the next 15, we will be joined by Eden Heights, Dr. Thompson and Dr. Navarro. And before we get to them, we have a little bit of this.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including Prelozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
All right, so that is Eden Heights. And we got Dr. Navarro with us here this morning. Dr. Navarro, well, we got Dr. Thompson as well, but I guess we bring him in the latter half. So what we started with this morning, man?
Well, we're going to be talking about joint care, of course, and that's important as you get older. Looking after your joints is important. How you eat, the foods that you eat that affects your joints. That's very important. Number one, the 2 worst foods that you can eat in terms of joint care is dairy, milk, cheese, butter, all sugar. You use that, and to a lesser extent, animal protein. Depends on the excessive amount that you eat. Those foods, but especially sugar and milk combined. You know, a lot of people drink milk and sugar in their coffee, or milk and sugar in their drinks, or they drink a lot of sugary drinks, juices and stuff like that. That affects the joints, of course. Sugar is a very acidic food, and the byproducts of sugar creates inflammation and, of course, pain. And eventually what happens is that you start losing bone density after a while. That's if you're exercising, of course, because a lot of people don't exercise as they get older. And of course, the bone density starts to go down. It can go down as much as 5% in a year. So that's a lot of bone density they can lose. I was looking at reading out some information on rats. When they fed rats dairy or milk solids, they realized that the rats were losing calcium, a lot of calcium in their fecal waste and the urine. When they measured it, they were losing quite a bit of calcium through their waste and the urine when they measured it. And so, you know, that's just an experiment I was reading about. So when we do that daily, you know, some people say, I just put a little bit of milk in my coffee, you know, just a little thing. But when you add it up over the years, it adds up to quite a bit. And then, of course, the damage that it does to the joints, not only to the joints, but of course the arterial vessels and the blood vessels and capillaries that feed the joints, it's the synovial fluid in the joints starts to dry up, and that's when you start to hear the grating or as some people say, you hear the clicking in the knee. It starts with the clicking in the knee, and then it starts to get where it starts to make a noise. Every time you get up, you hear the grinding. That is signs that your joints are deteriorating. And of course, when that happens, eventually it will lead to pain and inflammation. So what we do, this is our method of dealing with that. Not that we want people to come in with the joints pain. I mean, we treat it because, you know, they come in with a lot of pain. But what I'm saying is, you want to maintain your joints. People don't realize just sitting down and getting up off a chair, how much effort when they have joint pain, how much it is. Walking through let's say you're with your grandchildren and you have to walk through a mall and you have joint pain. It's not an easy, comfortable thing. You know, you have to look for a chair to sit down because of the pain. If you have a knee pain or hip pain or you know, or back pain,
yeah,
it's not comfortable. And of course, a lot of people take their joints for granted, just sitting on a toilet seat and getting up off a toilet seat. Some people, they have to make a serious effort. At the end of the day, that some people have to put bars so that they can pull themselves up because of the condition of their joints. And then eventually, if you don't look after your joints, you could end up, as I say, as you get older, in a wheelchair. And that's the thing about it. We need to look after our joints. Now, we deal with diet, of course. We change the diet. There are two two things that we use basically I would say three. One, we change diet. Two, we put them on supplementation. We try to alkalize the blood. That's important. Blood reduces inflammation and pain, right? Simply by changing the diet, a lot of people get relief. Removing dairy and sugar and a lot of animal protein. Well, we don't use any animal protein in our diet. It's a vegan diet because it works pretty good in terms of detoxification. Cleansing of the colon is important because a lot of waste is redirected into the bloodstream via the colon. And so cleansing of the colon is another step that we take that helps to eliminate the waste so that the toxins reduce on a daily basis. And then, of course, you have the Polozone injections. Now, Polozone is one of the most effective treatments I have ever used for the last, I would say, 15 years. It's non-steroid, non-cortisone, right? It's a combination it's a formula of I would say, minerals and vitamins, herbal anti-inflammatory, and nerve block. The nerve block is there simply because when you inject ozone, which produces oxygen in the joint, it's very painful. So we use a nerve block first, inject that first. Needle remains in the joint of the shoulder. We leave the needle there, we back off the syringe, then we hook up the ozone, we inject the ozone, and that combination of minerals, vitamins, herbal anti-inflammatory, and oxygen, it heals the injury. One of the things that I love about ozone and of course the Polozone is that scarring is usually an issue with a lot of athletes. They have problems where they get a tear, we're just talking hamstring tear, and it heals with a scar, and they're back to normal. They're running the football. All of a sudden, a man hit a ball for them, and they have to sprint. It re-tears, and that's it. They're down again for another how many weeks or months. With Polozone, that does not happen. There's no scarring. It heals perfectly. And the other thing too is that the muscle actually gets stronger as a result of the type of treatment that we use. Also, we have in our protocol, there's something called ozonated saline. Now, ozonated saline is one of the treatments that we recently introduced. I'm going to say recently, in the last probably year, we introduced that because what it does, it reduces inflammation any part of the body. We've used it for dengue patients. We use it for RA, or people who just complain that they have pain all over the body. The ozonated saline helps to reduce the inflammation, of course, in combination with the diet and supplementation. So once they follow the regime, 94% of the time, I would say 94% of the time, they get good results. There are always people who don't respond to the treatments. That's in the region of, I would say, about 6%. But generally speaking, neck, hip, back, ankles, wrists, Polozone works very, very well. It's well tolerated, very well tolerated. Usually the results with the diet plan and the supplementation, we have a good response. And I always tell people that as you get older, you take your joints for granted.
Right.
You don't realize until you have a back problem and you have to get up off your bed in the morning, or you have a knee problem, or you have a hip problem. You don't realize how important your joints are until you have to move, or getting into a car, getting out of a car. I remember arthritic patient, I think she had RA. It took her, and I had cameras outside of the building, so I was watching when the car pulled up. And it took her about 15 minutes for her to get out of the car because she was in so much pain, So, we should not take our joints for granted.
Right.
Because as you get older, you would need your joint, especially your legs. I always say, do not fool around with your legs, work your legs, strengthen your legs as you get older, because you're seeing people in their 60s, they can't walk properly. Understand?
Right.
Yeah. They take it for granted. Knee problems. Yeah. When they have knee problems, just getting off a couch or sitting on a chair. I see it in the reception, or when they come into my office and they have to get up off the chair. It's a struggle. They fall in and then they have people to help them. And if they don't do anything about it, eventually it gets worse. So what I'm saying is that we have a very good protocol. Actually, it's excellent to help to restore joints, whether it's back pain, herniated disc, and it's all natural. There's no steroids, there's no cortisone involved in it. It's one of the treatments that I think we are the only clinic on the island that does protozoan therapy.
Okay.
Right. So I will pass on the baton to Dr. Thompson.
All right. All right. Well, Dr. Thompson, you got about 5 minutes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Plenty time, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, of course, as Dr. Navarro would have more or less shared before, it would have actually shared a lot of information onto what you could do. What I will let persons know now is how to go about this. Persons, that's the first question that comes into mind. Okay, all right, I get all of these lovely information. Okay, how do I go about this? The first thing you do is make an appointment. So generally tell persons to start with consultation inclusive of live blood analysis, so you get an idea, full idea as to what's going on, especially with your circulation. As we're talking about joint and circulation always go together. Those are two things that will always mesh, because if you don't have proper blood flow to the joints, then you really can't move properly as you're supposed to. So it's always good to check basically circulation, that person's immune system as well too, because we do have patients who would have what they call rheumatoid arthritis, which is a little different. That one has more to do like more of an autoimmune condition, where the white blood cells is attacking the tissues and breaking down the tissues that's within there. That's why after a while, most person with that condition, they see the fingers or the toes start to bend. And of course, as Dr. Navarro said before, wear and tear will come from osteoarthritis. That is like wear and tear of the joints itself, breaking down of the joints. And that only happens over a period of time, either from diet and also from lack of movement, as he said before. I will advise anybody that of a certain age, from the time you reach, let's say, close to your 40 or even before that, you start doing some exercise. You don't have to go into the gyms. You can actually do it at home, where you start doing squatting and basically doing pulling and lifting. You're strengthening those muscles, because if those muscles are not strong enough, then they won't be able to actually carry the body around properly if the joint is weak as well. Another thing to take into consideration that I wanted to actually mention too, there are a lot of persons that actually have back problems, serious back problems. Sometimes you'll do an x-ray and you'll see, okay, there's degeneration that actually is there. But a lot of them sometimes actually suffer with constipation. And with constipation, you'll actually see some of them actually lead on to having back issues as well. Some of my good friends, which I think I would have mentioned that to you, Stefan, they actually came from the Virgin Islands, and they listen to the program. So persons actually coming from far just to get help. Most of the time you're treating persons, you think that you'll be more local, but there are persons coming from far that's actually listening to the program, and well, I just want to just, they love listening to your program. I
got you for a note on that, I got you for a note on that.
Shout out,
yeah, we had to shout them out this morning.
Shout out.
Did you get their names?
Could you just Mr. and Mrs. Thomas? They would like a quick shout out, and that's for our patient that
Who are?
Mrs. Thomas?
Last week. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas.
Mr. and Mrs. Thomas out US Virgin Islands crew. Good morning to you guys, man.
So persons coming from far to get help. And that's what, of course, that's what we want, to spread the message far and wide so that everyone will be able to basically heal their tissues. And you can get healed. That's the thing about it. Give the body a chance, right? The body itself actually what does the healing process. So, of course, we don't do that ourselves, but the body can actually do it. We just give you the instructions. And if you follow those things carefully, by God's grace, you'll see some changes within the body. Again, you'll see our numbers on the screen. The first thing is start with consultation, and then we'll take it from there.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think that covers it this morning. So I guess thanks for joining us this morning. And people remember, it is Eden Heights. The numbers are on the screen, 640-8985 or 613-7571. You can check them out and get more information at their Trinity or Chaguanas office. All right. And Dr. Thomas, can you give the WhatsApp number?
That's 493-9196.
Nice, man. All right, guys. Well, until next week, man.
Stefan, you look like you take a little trim there, boy.
Yeah. Well, I just shave my own head, you know.
Oh,
I am a
okay.
shaver. I don't go buy barber. I'm not going to pay that money to go buy a barber. To do this. I can do this on my own.
The barber supposed to give you a blind.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to charge you at all.
Exactly. Now I just shave my head and mark and take and everything. I do everything for myself.
Nice. Okay.
All right, man. All right, so take it easy, man.
God bless.
Yeah, man. Yep. So I'll tell you what, with that, we're going to take the final break. When we come back, we got some birthdays. Stay tuned.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes, detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Trinity, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, Or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle, local flavor is always part of the carnival.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, so we're back, and just before giving the birthdays, last night, yesterday was, of course, the Savannah party. Renegades 283.5, Exodus 281, Silver Stars made a massive leap to 281 and to tie for second. Desperados also make a big jump up into fourth with 279.5, Starlift 278, Tropical Angel Harps also 278. So Starlift and Tropical Angel Harps tie for fifth. Then you had a tie for seventh between All Stars and Supernovas at 277. Phase 2, Cats and Jammers and Skiffle all tied for ninth with 276 points. And then 12th was Invaders with 275. Deltones 13th with 274. 14th was Fontclair with 273. Buccaneers 272 in 15th place. Redemption Songsetters 271.5. They finished 16th, and the 17th band was Harmonites with 271 points. So Renegades 2.5 points clear of Exodus. Duvon, we come in. Nice one. All right. We get to the birthdays. Here we go. Ooh, I have a few because I had to make up for Friday. Let me see when this one was. Right. Happy birthday going out to Yvonne from all of her children and grandchildren, friends and family. Wishing her many more and thanking God for the opportunity to celebrate another birthday with her. Yvonne, happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day, darling. Also, happy birthday going out to Karina from her husband, Adam Bahadur Singh, and Amadat and Lazina Bahadur Singh, her mother-in-law, Natasha Bahadur Singh, and they wanted to be blessed. All right, so Karina, happy birthday to you. Also, happy birthday to Skeeter, coming down from her sister, Sherry Saini, and her niece, Denny. All right, so Skeeter, happy birthday to you. Do enjoy your day. Nice one. And big up Saini's Variety Store, who is a sponsor of Run Stefan Run, of course. Don't forget, Run Stefan Run, Sunday, April 26th. You could go and get registered now at trinbagoevents.com. Trinbagoevents.com. Go and get registered before all the spots are taken. All right. Happy birthday going out to Jaheim Levi Thompson. 15 years old today, the 30th of January. Blessings to him from his parents, Nicole and Richie Thompson. All right. So happy birthday going out to Jaheim. Also, good morning, Stefan. This one was from Friday. Would like to wish my granddaughter, Kaylee Nadine, a happy first birthday. coming from her grandmother Nadine Pompey, Daddy Kareem, Mommy Dana, Sister Janea, Brother Xavion, Cousin Cairo, Auntie Steffi, Grandmother Elizabeth, Auntie Debbie, and Uncles Brandon and Shane. All right, and they love you to the moon and back. May God continue to bless and grace you always. Your journey has just begun. 1 year old. Nice. Lovely. That's Kaylee. Also, happy 23rd birthday to Brand and Brent Nanan. Wishing you both a year filled with joy, success, and happiness. May your day be special and memorable, coming from your parents, brother, and sister-in-law. So belated birthday greetings going out to these two guys celebrating their birthday. Nice, man. And this was for Friday, eh? So they celebrated it on Friday. Also, good morning, Stefan. Kindly send out special birthday greetings to a loving sister, Maggie. She celebrates she celebrated her birthday on the 30th of January. We love you yesterday, today, and forever. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy to the max. May God shower you with his best favors and bless you many more wonderful years. Greetings from your sisters, Toysi and Monica, brother Steve, and your soulmate, Lennox. All your nieces and nephews and the rest of the family circle. Cheers. All right, happy birthday going out to Maggie. Two more. This person apologizing for the late message. Well, we were late for the birthday. Happy belated birthday to Janelle Guy. All right. Happy birthday to you. She and her parents are avid viewers of the program. 6 a.m. every morning. Her birthday was actually on Saturday. So Janelle Guy, greetings coming from your mom Antoinette and dad Michael, and also Andel, Jabari, Annalise, and Josan. So yeah, happy belated birthday to you. Hope you enjoyed it. Nice. Well, look what if it's like the cake there. Hold on, looking like the cake we have there. Now looking at the same cake, you know. Finally, no, wait, who's this? So who's the other one? Right, yeah. But I saw her picture up when I was doing Maggie. Oh, Maggie didn't have any picture. Sorry. Guys already mixed up. Right, so we got to send some birthday greetings belatedly to a loving and caring wife, Malini Benjamin. This is coming from your husband, Derek Benjamin. And they're both avid viewers of the program. So thanks a lot, guys, for the support. And happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoyed it. With that cake that looking like the cake that we have on the set. In the picture there, the graphic. Anyway, with that, we wrap up for today. Until tomorrow, people have a great day as we continue to roll on down into Carnival Monday and Tuesday. So we will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Good morning. Welcome